be very careful with the idea of concepts, because it might be creating suffering in your life right now. Now the idea comes from Theravada Buddhism, and I'm gonna try to explain as best as I can. When you come into this world as a baby, you start to just see the world as it is right now. You don't know anything, you just experience sensory stimulation, you know, vision, hearing, like touch, smell and taste, like as they are right now. But as you kind of age, start to learn the vocabulary and so on, you start to you still see the world, but you start to put different things into boxes, start to label things, and these boxes then become concepts. Like when you're watching this video right now, you see that this shirt is blue, here's this thing called a microphone, these are sunglasses, this thing is hair, but it's actually this idea of concepts which you have to be very careful with. And the reason is this. When we create these concepts, and they're like very old, these concepts are used to describe things, but these concepts can be taken a little bit too far. And the idea is that actually by starting conceptualize things, you start to lose sight of what the things actually are. And there are several things where this applies. You might have different stereotypes about things. Might see things which are like, see properties of things which are actually not there. And it's actually, you want to start peeling back of the onion, like your perception and seeing things, and kind of start to see more the world as it is right now, like experience the moment as it is. I had two very good meditation teachers who opened this up for me. I was on my first meditation retreat maybe a few months ago, and they talked about this concept. Now this retreat was very hard, very difficult, although I meditated for an hour a day for the last few years, but it was like 2 days of meditation, very relentless, no talking at all. Meditated for like 10 hours the first day, maybe 8 hours the second day. And it was actually after the first day where I experienced this for the first time. So it was this kind of hyper presence where I was in the moment. I experienced everything super clearly, but the whole idea of concept seemed completely foreign. And actually, the one concept which is the most challenging one is that you actually, instead of experiencing yourself as you are right now, that also becomes a concept. And this concept is this thing we call identity. And the idea kind of was this identity is actually sort of a parasite of the actual observer, which is you, which experiences the sensory stimuli as it is right now. Now this might sound completely ludicrous, but where was I? But back to the meditation retreat. When I actually was there, after the first day, I actually experienced this very clearly. Like the whole concept of my identity, like Christian, seemed completely foreign. Even the label, which also is referred to as the name, also seemed kind of off, like just referring to me who I kind of was. Now this was a very interesting, it was like, felt good and bad at the same time. The good was that you felt whole, but there was also this kind of emptiness of not having an identity. So then I kind of challenged the meditation teachers that there's more of an interplay between the identity and to observing, but I'm still kind of torn exactly how it works. But for you, takeaway from this video, I want you to kind of start noticing reality as it is, and like try to detach from different things you might be like putting to yourself or putting to others, to different things. And you'll actually start to like feel more like a child and even like a baby. This sounds completely crazy, but try it out. Start meditating, start journaling, start doing all kinds of things where you just observe the world as it is, and it's gonna be crazy. See you.